Aita for exposing my brother's cheating, which resulted in their divorce. 2 weeks ago, I caught my older brother cheating. I saw him kissing someone outside a restaurant where my colleague and I were going out for dinner. I took a photo of him, and the next day I confronted him. I asked him to come clean to his wife. Otherwise, I would tell her. He started crying and said not to tell his wife because it would ruin his marriage. I insisted that I would if he didn't. When I kept refusing, he got angry, grabbed my collar, and said I should stay out of his personal life and marriage and stay away from his family. I left, but I told him to come clean. Otherwise, I would. I waited and waited, but after 2 weeks, he still hadn't come clean. So today, I called my sister-in-law, SIL, to come over because I wanted to tell her something important. When she arrived, I gave her coffee and made her feel comfortable. In the end, I ended up telling her the truth and showed her the photo. She started crying, and I comforted her. I told her I was sorry I had to tell her this, but I gave my brother 2 weeks to come clean. I didn't want to hurt her, but I thought it was the right thing to do. She should know about the betrayal rather than be oblivious to it. And I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't tell her. She hugged me and thanked me, then left. A few hours later, my brother called me, very angry, and said that I ruined his life. I told him he did this to himself and hung up. Later, my sister-in-law called me and asked if she could stay with me for a while. I agreed because she also has a son with him, and he's only a year and 2 months old. She came with her bag and son and kept crying. I comforted her and gave her a few drinks. She said she couldn't live with him any longer after knowing what happened, and she's filing for divorce. She will stay with me for a while, and later she'll either go back to her parents or find a place for herself. I told her she could stay for as long as she wanted because, with how angry my brother was, it probably wasn't safe for her. An hour ago, my brother called me again, cursing at me and saying that he knew his wife and child were living with me. He kept cursing and said what kind of brother steals his own brother's wife and child, and that I am a disgrace. My SEL heard everything and said that I didn't do anything. He did it all, and she would never go back to him, rather live on the streets. She hung up and asked me to block him. I told her she could sleep in my bed with her son, and I would crash on the living room couch. She hugged me, cried a bit, and went to drink in the kitchen. I think it's best for now that she stays alone and gets over her grief, and I'll keep an eye on her child and her, how much she drinks, and try to help her as best as I can. But I feel like I broke my own brother's family. I know I did the right thing by exposing the cheater, but still, I feel bad. So AITA for exposing my brother's cheating, which resulted in their divorce.